Hey there, welcome back. Friends, in this video, we will proceed further from where we have left. In our last video, we have discussed related to debugging. We have discussed this debug window. We have also discussed the breakpoint. In this video, we will talk more about variables. Now friends, in here we have this tab variables, and if we check, it will show up the current value of the variables. Now what current value? In here currently, if we check this debug window, the current execution pointer is at line number 16. Let me highlight this. Now friends, if I hover upon this icon, then this will notify me that in here, this particular line of code is the debug current instruction pointer. The reason is pretty simple. In here, we have added the breakpoint. Now friends, in this breakpoint line, have this line already executed or not? Understand this, whenever we apply a breakpoint, the current line haven't executed yet. The breakpoint will suspend the execution of the current line as well. So this particular line of code haven't executed yet. So that's one thing. And when we talk about variables, this particular variables is the current value when the execution pointer is at line number 16. So these are the current values. Now whenever I highlight, these variable will firstly give the name, then value, and when I highlight at the bottom, this will also show up some weird outputs. In few output, the output is proper, and few output, the output is weird. The reason is pretty simple. Whenever I highlight these variable, the toString method for the variable will get called, and if the toString method is present, then the output would be proper. If the toString method is not proper, then the output will not be human readable. Now friends, this is cool that how easily we are able to see the value of the variable, but in fact we can also modify the content inside the variable at runtime. Let me show you. In here, if I traverse this particular tree, then in here it is giving us the values. So in here, for example, I try to modify car with a new value like electric car. Even this is possible. Now the value would be updated, which is cool, and now the value is electric car, which is amazing. Now in order to understand how these variable affect the runtime and how easily we can try to understand what exactly is the root cause of the bug, let's code a very simple and a basic program and try to debug this. Alright, so in here, first of all, let me terminate the program. Then we will navigate to window and reset the perspective, or load the perspective rather. So we will load the perspective steady easy. And now let's close these files, and we would be adding a new Java project. The name of the Java project would be S17 demo 2. Everything seems to be good enough. Let us click on finish, and we will highlight the src folder, right click, navigate to new, and add in a new class. The name of the class would be main. Package would be as usual org.steadyeasy based on our domain of the website, and we also have the main method. Alright, so in here we will be doing a very small little thing. So in here we will type in int x equal to 5 comma y equal to 0 comma z. Very simple, right? Then moving forward, we will type in z equal to x divided by y semicolon. Pretty simple, standard stuff. And finally we will try to print the value of z. Here we go. Now definitely there would be a crash. Let me run this program. Here we go. So an exception will occur. The exception is based on arithmetic exception divided by 0. Perfect. Now let us do one thing. Now let us add the breakpoint in here. Now moving forward, we will debug this application. Let us click on this debug. Let us open the perspective. Now friends, we have applied the breakpoint on line number 8. Now as we have already discussed, this particular line where we have applied the breakpoint haven't got executed. Whenever we apply the breakpoint, the execution of that specific line will not take place. This is also confirmed because we haven't encountered with the exception. I can also show you this. If I click on this icon, which is step over icon, then as soon as I click on this icon, then what happens is exception will occur, and in this particular line of code it is already telling us so, because here it is specifying exception, arithmetic exception, right? So that's one thing. So let me rerun this application by terminating this. So I will highlight this file, right click and debug as Java application again. So the breakpoint is at line number 8 in the main method. All right, now friends, what are the current value of the variable x is 5 and the current value of variable y is 0, and we can modify this with value maybe 2. This is possible. As soon as we do this and then try to resume the application, then the output would be definitely 2. Here is the output. Let me show you. So our application terminated successfully, properly, without an exception, which tells us that at the runtime, while debugging, we can modify the variable values, and this can help us to identify the exact point, exact variable which is causing the issue, which is causing the bug. So the ability to modify variable values is a very good feature when it comes to debugging. So this is all about today's video. In our next video, we will talk about these small little icons which are there, and these icons are helpful in many ways, and these icons help us to debug application even better. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.